Hello and welcome to the Mass Extinction Tier List. In this video, I will talk about each of the 6 mass extinction events that have occurred or are occurring in Earth's history and rate them on a scale of S to F tier based on the following criteria: magnitude of species loss, duration of event, affected taxons, ecological impact, recovery time, causes, global versus local impact, and irreversibility. In this video, we'll cover 6 mass extinction events during the Phanerozoic Eon. They occurred at different times and impacted various organisms and ecosystems. Mass extinctions happen when over 75% of Earth's species go extinct in a short geological timespan. They are often triggered by major environmental changes like volcanic eruptions, asteroid impacts, climate change, or human activities. Before we proceed to rate these events, it's important to clarify that this video does not trivialize their significance. Mass extinction events are tragic and have a devastating impact on life on Earth. The ratings presented here are subjective, and different criteria may lead to varying opinions. Feel free to share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section. Without further delay, let's dive into our mass extinction tier list. The first mass extinction event on our list is actually a pair of events that occurred nearly 450 million years ago, just prior to and at the Ordovician-Silurian transition. These events killed off 27% of all families, 57% of all genera, and 85% of all species, making them the second largest of the 5 major extinctions in Earth's history in terms of percentage of genera that became extinct. The main victims were marine organisms such as brachiopods, trilobites, graptolites, conodonts, and corals. The main cause was global cooling and sea level drop, possibly due to glaciation or volcanic activity. The events lasted for about 3 million years and recovery took about 25 million years. I'm going to rate the Ordovician-Silurian extinction event as B tier. Not bad. These events were devastating for marine life, but they also opened up new niches for other groups, such as fish, bryozoans, and crinoids. They also did not affect terrestrial life much, as plants and animals had not yet colonized the land. If these events happened today, they would cause massive damage to coral reefs, fisheries, and coastal communities, but they would also create opportunities for new marine species to evolve and diversify. Late Devonian mass extinction. The next mass extinction event on our list occurred about 375 million years ago, during the Late Devonian period. This event killed off 19% of all families, 50% of all genera, and 75% of all species, making it one of the most severe extinctions in Earth's history. The main victims were again marine organisms, especially reef-building corals, stromatoporoids, brachiopods, trilobites, and placoderms. The main cause is still debated, but possible factors include climate change, anoxia, ocean acidification, asteroid impacts, and plant evolution. The event lasted for about 20 million years and recovery took about 15 million years. I'm going to rate the Late Devonian mass extinction as C tier. Try a little harder next time. This event was catastrophic for marine life, especially reef ecosystems, but it also allowed for the rise of new groups, such as sharks, bony fish, and tetrapods. It also had some impact on terrestrial life, as plants and animals had begun to spread on land. If this event happened today, it would wipe out most of the coral reefs and many marine species, but it would also favor some groups that are more adaptable to changing conditions. Permian-Triassic mass extinction event. The third mass extinction event on our list is also the most infamous one. It occurred about 252 million years ago, at the end of the Permian period and the beginning of the Triassic period. This event killed off 57% of all families, 83% of all genera, and 96% of all species, making it the largest and most severe extinction in Earth's history. The main victims were both marine and terrestrial organisms, including corals, brachiopods, trilobites, ammonoids, insects, amphibians, and reptiles. The main cause is still unknown, but possible factors include volcanism from the Siberian traps, an impact event, an anoxic event, an ice age, or a combination of these. The event lasted for about 60,000 years and recovery took about 10 million years. Permian-Triassic mass extinction event is undoubtedly a S tier. This event was truly a nightmare for life on Earth, as it nearly wiped out all biodiversity and ecological function. It also caused a major shift in the dominant groups of organisms, as mammals, dinosaurs, and archosaurs emerged as the new rulers of the land, and fish and marine reptiles dominated the seas. If this event happened today, it would be the end of most life forms, including humans, and only a few survivors would remain to rebuild the biosphere. Damn. Triassic-Jurassic Extinction Event. The fourth mass extinction event on our list occurred about 201 million years ago, at the end of the Triassic period and the beginning of the Jurassic period. This event killed off 23% of all families, 48% of all genera, and 80% of all species, making it one of the most severe extinctions in Earth's history. The main victims were both marine and terrestrial organisms, especially conodonts, ammonoids, crustaceans, insects, and most synapsids. The main cause is still debated, but possible factors include gradual climate changes, volcanism from the Central Atlantic Magmatic Province, an impactor, or a combination of these. The event lasted for about 10,000 years and recovery took about 4 million years. The Triassic-Jurassic Extinction event is an A tier. Pretty good. This event was a major turning point in the history of life, as it eliminated many groups that had dominated the Triassic and allowed for the rise of new groups that would dominate the Jurassic and beyond, such as dinosaurs, pterosaurs, crocodiles, mammals, and marine reptiles. It also had a significant impact on plant diversity and distribution, as gymnosperms became more dominant than ferns and cycads. If this event happened today, it would cause a massive loss of biodiversity and ecological function, especially in tropical and subtropical regions. Cretaceous-Paleogene Extinction Event. The fifth mass extinction event on our list occurred about 66 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period and the beginning of the Paleogene period. This event killed off 17% of all families, 50% of all genera, and 75% of all species, making it one of the most severe extinctions in Earth's history. The main victims were both marine and terrestrial organisms, especially non-avian dinosaurs, ammonoids, belemnites, rudists, inoceramids, and many marine reptiles. The main cause is widely accepted to be the impact of a massive asteroid 10 to 15 kilometers, or 6 to 9 miles, wide, which created the huge crater in the Yucatan Peninsula and triggered global environmental changes, such as impact winter, wildfires, acid rain, and ocean acidification. The event lasted for a few years and recovery took about 10 million years. If that's not an S tier, I don't know what is. This event was a major catastrophe for life on Earth, as it wiped out many groups that had dominated the Mesozoic era, such as dinosaurs and ammonoids. It also caused a major shift in the dominant groups of organisms, as mammals, birds, and angiosperms emerged as the new rulers of the land, and teleost fish and modern corals dominated the seas. It also had a significant impact on plant diversity and distribution, as ferns and gymnosperms declined, while angiosperms diversified. If this event happened today, it would be the end of most life forms, including humans, and only a few survivors would remain to rebuild the biosphere. Wow. Present-day mass extinction event. The sixth mass extinction event on our list is also the most controversial one. It is occurring right now, in the present day, and is caused by human activities that have altered the Earth's natural systems. This event is estimated to have killed off thousands of species since the Industrial Revolution, and is projected to kill off many more in the future. The main victims are both marine and terrestrial organisms, especially amphibians, mammals, birds, reptiles, fish, insects, and plants. The main causes are habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, invasive species, pollution, climate change, and disease. The event is ongoing and recovery is uncertain. Based on the available data, ecologists estimate that the present-day extinction rate is 1,000 to 10,000 times the background extinction rate, which is between 1 and 5 species per year, the sum total of which will likely result in the loss of between 30 and 50% of extant species by the middle of the 21st century. This is comparable to some of the past mass extinction events, such as the late Devonian and the Cretaceous-Paleogene, which killed off about 75% of all species. However, it is still far from the largest mass extinction event, the Permian-Triassic, which killed off more than 95% of all species. Therefore, in terms of the magnitude of species loss, the present-day mass extinction event is not yet as severe as some of the past ones, but it has the potential to become so if it continues at its current rate. I'm going to give the present-day mass extinction event an F tier because, unlike the other mass extinctions, this is caused by people. This event is a tragedy for life on Earth, as it is destroying the rich biodiversity and ecological function that have evolved over millions of years. It is also threatening the survival of many groups that are important for human well-being, such as pollinators, food crops, and medicinal plants. It is also undermining the resilience of natural systems to cope with environmental changes. If this event continues at its current rate, it will cause a massive loss of biodiversity and ecological function, with unpredictable consequences for human society. And that's it for our mass extinction tier list. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about Earth's history and biodiversity. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on these events and how you would rate them. Also, if you liked this video, please consider viewing the other videos on our channel. See you next time.